Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing. And we have our very first corner. That's really well cleared. Very nicely done. He's going for goal! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo, and he's there to make the challenge. Zola showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Ajax yet to have an attempt on goal. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And this is Pele! And it's Messi. Oh, perfectly measured that. Picked out brilliantly.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
Corner number 2 then.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And they've got a throw. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Maldini. Chiellini. That's Busquets. Maldini. And it's Maldini. Ronaldinho, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Strokes it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Ronaldinho, steaming on goalwards. Ronaldinho cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Busquets. Vieira. Zola. Good running, strong and purposeful. Zola will not want to lose out here. And there's the shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Zola actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And it's been taken short. That's tidy. And no, he's seen through all of that. And now a sudden chance to counter. Zola has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Pele. Oh, there's a probing ball. And it's Messi. And it's Pirlo. Look at the space here. Can he spark a counter here? That pass has been well intercepted. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And that is expertly dealt with. Vieira. Busquets. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that... And Zola! And he has kept it out somehow.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Arsenal have their third corner. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Ajax have the chance to go the other way. Busquets.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And here's Ronaldinho. Pirlo. Great vision. Oh, well measured. He's found a way through. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time. And the action is back on the way.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
And he cuts out the supply. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Roberto Carlos. Big header! Goal!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word.
He's tried one! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, that's a decent try when you consider the range.
Arsenal get their fourth corner. Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst decision in the world to go for the shot, even if he was being closely marshalled.
And it's hoisted clear. And he's had a hit! Pele can see things others simply cannot. Thuram gets over and intercepts. Now it's Pele. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Now that looks a decent ball. Ronaldinho! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Zola. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Busquets, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Brilliantly cut out. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Ajax are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
Oh, that's a shot, surely! Now, who's going to be first? Oh, he's been caught on it here. Crossed in again.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Played it again. And he gets rid in a hurry. Pele.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And it's Vieira. That ball looks a good one. And he shoots! Loose ball now, and there's a... Oh, what has happened here? That's very neat.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue, and they'll get clinical.
Now it's Pele. Pele going face-to-face with his great rival. Ronaldinho.
Ajax seem happy to bash their heads against the brick wall, Peter. That central route forward.
He's had a shot! And that would have been some goal.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
Ajax have their second corner now. Ronaldinho with the short one. Can he get away here?
Substitution for Ajax. Number 20, Pele. Number
And here's
25,
Neymar. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Ronaldinho.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now.
Messi. Coming on the field.
Now it's Neymar.
Number 6, Cristiano Ronaldo. Number
Now it's
11,
It's Cristiano Ronaldo!
21.
And that could come back to haunt them.
Cristiano Ronaldo was already celebrating in his head and probably still can't process how the keeper denied him. What a stop.
He's having a go! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he's lost his man here. It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Ajax really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. Chiellini.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Ajax are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
Well timed, excellent interception. And it's Neymar. He is through here. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Makaleli looking to provide the solidity his team so need. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. And this is Neymar.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Roberto Carlos. Neymar. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested.
3 minutes at a time.
Big chance! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
He gets big! He can get that clear. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. And a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. The Dutch capital is rocking. It always has. It did in the days when the great man after whom this arena is named took to the field, and it still does here and now. The faithful expect, and the team must deliver. The action has already... It's Neymar! Ambitious, but just off target.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Messi might just make this. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we...
Shoots! And that has been knocked clear. Now he's got space here. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Lovely, now then. Oh, that's neat. Messi finds himself offside. Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. He is through here. Zola will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And it's Ronaldinho. And here's Hullet. Hullet. Pirlo. Spread out to the left. Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Ajax still without a single shot on target. Ronaldinho, the specialist in tearing teams apart. That's a cute ball. And he was quick to react. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Gerrard. Now it's Messi. Can he get on the end of this? Neymar. He's got away. Played in deep. Oh, the clearance is short. Real chance! Goal! Corinthians! Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. A 1-0 lead established.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Oh, that's a key interception. Good running, strong and purposeful. Aims beyond the defence. Takes a shot! Really well taken goal. And they're at it again in double quick time. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Now it's Messi. Osimhen, distributed tidily. Now that's well seen too. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Shot could be on. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. It's a threatening ball. Platini. Oh, they can break here. Stood up well to him there. Ajax are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Couldn't squeeze it through. And this is Messi. Messi! Played out to the right.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
He can run onto that. Lovely feet. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Baresi tries to clear. And here's Osimhen. Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Corinthians with the corner, they're first. And now they can spring out of defence. No way through there. Nicely aimed pass.
There will be 1 minute added time.
The ball's gone astray. And this is Messi. Thuram goes. And there's the end of the first half. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I'm looking at the body language, Peter, and it doesn't look great. It's going to be pretty hard for them to pick themselves up from here, but there's still a maybe at play. Maybe they'll thrive on the adversity.
Here we go again then.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Baresi. Hullet, he's away, picked out brilliantly. Messi! He's got a goal! The second half sparks straight into life. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean...
Big chance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Messi. Hullet. And it's Gerrard. A probing pass. Marquinhos calmly anticipates.
Ajax are still behind, but they've increased their level of interest here.
Well read, nice interception. Corinthians appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's play...
Shapes to shoot! And yes, it's there! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him. Can he finish? Oh, super goal! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And they are pulling clear here.
Well, he had time to weigh up the fact that the keeper was vulnerable, and he duly lobbed him.
And now he has two. It's starting to look like a done deal now.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to...
And Zola! He was certain to score. It is an inexplicable miss.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Now it's Osimhen. He's a sharp little ball here. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Chiellini. Well, that pass isn't the best. Just about within shooting range. And that is a routine catch.
Corinthians really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Osimhen. That is a brilliant interception. Ronaldinho. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Corinthians clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
That is good alertness. Gerrard. Searching pass he's played there. Messi providing an outlet on that flank. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Maldini did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Ajax couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. And here's Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And they've switched it over to the other side. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Pass somewhat off target.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Dink through. And he was quick to react. He's picked his way through. Neymar is having a shot! Vieira. He's beaten Osimhen! No, he's missed it. Thuram. Showing great feet there. Oh, that's clever. And he was alert to it. Vieira.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Oh, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. 2 minutes to be added on. And this is Zola. And Zola! And that is wildly off target. And we're done. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best.
É um filme, eu te falei que era um filme. Eu acho que já tá na Netflix. Ou é só... Vou assistir, quando sair eu pago pelo menos... A Netflix tá R$1, sabe? Pi! 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 Fi, tá moendo não. Tá pra lá o vento.
And that gets things running.
Well, Peter, at this stage we often focus on the creative and goal-scoring talent, but I'm going to mention a defender in Lilian Thuram. As good as they come for me, very strong and athletic and competent in...
And he shoots! Goal! Barcelona! The ideal start!
And it looks like we're going to get the entertainment we were all hoping for.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Messi gets chance for a shot! They've scored! What an incredible feat, a legendary feat. 200 wasn't enough, nor 300. Now he hits 400.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter.
Shot a goal! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay on side.
And now they can spring out of defence. Now who's going to be first to this? Neymar. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a... And the shot! There it is! A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Barcelona take the lead.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Thuram kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And the through ball. Big chance! He scores! And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Boyan! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Bojan Kirkic really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Rashford goes short. And this is Bojan. And the finish! Goal! Barcelona! Into the lead once more. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
Barcelona go into the lead. Ronaldinho. And it's Gerrard. Now it's Pelé. Passing nice and neat. Now there's a fight. He's having a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. It's a searching pass. And they're not going to make any further progress now. That's a nicely shaped ball. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And that's going to be a booking. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague, and they look worried.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity.
Sola! It's their second corner of the game. Ronaldinho with the short one. Nice control. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. And here's Ronaldinho.
Ronaldinho really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
He's a sharp little ball here. No, that's been intercepted. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Zola. Gerrard. Great chance! Neymar is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Ronaldinho. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Ajax clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Vieira does well to get it back. Now it's Neymar. Can he finish? And it's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Barcelona take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Knocks it into space. No, it's come to nothing. Great defending, strong and determined. And that is as far as they're going to go. Bojan. Camavinga. Now he's got space here. It's a pretty loose pass. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Camavinga. Baresi cuts it out. Nicely weighted ball. Can he finish? And it's there! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Simplicity. There's the whistle for half-time. And the second half gets underway. Ajax didn't have a great first half. They need a change of fortune. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's away. So much time and space here. Oh, robust challenge. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Nothing wrong with that tackle, ball won cleanly. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Cross to the back post. Chiellini tries to clear.
Was that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Ajax clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And it's Roberto Carlos. Pelé. And a shot! It's bounced back off the post. Great skill, that's nice. And a chance! Oh, what has happened here? Serginho goes long. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Vieira has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles. And he welcomes it in. Goes for a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Ronaldinho.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And he's got the beating of his man. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
That's a little off target. Neymar, he's on it, can he get away? Gerrard. Vardiol. Now it's Rashford. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Tries a shot! Really well taken goal. It could be a lifeline. 2 more needed. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way and he just slips the other.
Barcelona choosing to make the first change. Musiala coming on here. A change that was broadly anticipated.
Yeah, I think the manager might have feared his team could become a little tentative, conservative even, Peter, but this will make a nice change.
So is this the start of a comeback? Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Zola, now it's Messi. Serginho. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Camavinga. Looking for options for movement. Shapes to shoot! And that would have won it.
Well, he's looked very lively. He really wants to put this game to bed.
He's had it taken off him. Serginho thinks about the shot. Ronaldinho. Zola. And this is Pele! Cute ball now, how can he reach it? You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Roberto Carlos gets a good foot in there. And no, he's seen through all of that. Zola.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And this is Ronaldinho. Oh, shooting chance! The whistle has gone, and it is all over. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, and those are very good qualities that might have got them something on another day. Sadly, not today. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim? So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle, and here we go. This easily the most keenly anticipated of today's games.
There's a player on this pitch who shines above the rest, and we're talking defence.
And that is?
Well, it's gone.
Pele! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Pele really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Palmeiras with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Ronaldinho plays it short. Big chance! And that has been cleared. That's going to go a long way. And it's Ronaldinho. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Costa Curta hurtling down that right flank. Pele looking to play him in. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Zola in acres of space out wide. He has found the way through. Gattuso did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. But it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Yeah, they've been livelier and hungrier and looked the more likely to register first.
And it's Hullet. Gerrard. Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Zola. Zola going face to face with his great rival. Hullet. No goals as yet. Pass somewhat off target. Quarter of an hour played. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Pele can so cleverly bypass the press. No, that's been intercepted. Zola is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he
Shoots! Now that is a hefty challenge. Goes for a shot! Goal! Sao Paulo! And Sao Paulo score first. Nedved duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Aimed beyond the defence. That's very neat. And the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And he's following up! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing.
Palmeiras really can't go chase.
Applies the finish! And for a moment, time stood still. Vieira. And it's Gerrard. And it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He's had it taken off him. Nicely weighted ball. David Villa providing an outlet on that flank.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Ronaldinho. Vieira. Gerrard.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Roberto Carlos defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And that has left him in a heap. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Chiellini. Ronaldinho. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Searching pass he's played there. Struck first time. Wonderful from Ibrahimovic. A finish of true class. And there's the goal they've been looking for.
Well, as options go, that was a superb choice. It's over and in. Job done.
Sao Paulo are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Zola. He's going for goal! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, if they hope to have any chance of turning this round, they have to abandon their shoot-on-sight policy. It's just not working.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Can he get it through? Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Out to the right.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, he's been charged, surely! A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive, everything you'd expect from Derby Day. Here we go again then.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
It's Pele! Played up towards the front line. Maldini calmly anticipates. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And it's Gerrard. Pele. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Palmeiras clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Pele. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Knocks it into space.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Maldini. Vieira. Now it's Villa. Here's a chance! Oh, it's a beauty! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. A truly super goal. What a spiky hit that was.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
A case now of complete control. Sao Paulo are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
He won't be happy with that one. Looking for a runner.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Can he finish? Just cruising! They are cruising! Results no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. Another moment of magic. And he's decided to go for it. Gattuso. Roberto Carlos. That's rather hopeful. There will be a throw-in. And that's it. And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So that's got things underway. Well, we just know, of course, what an excellent goalkeeper Dida is. Indeed, some consider him to be right up there amongst the elite.
Yeah, towering, and someone who always has great presence. For me, he just always seems relaxed and in tune with everything that's going on. A true great.
Tries to pass it through. Dembele! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Dembele actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Pelé. Rodri. Now it's Dembele. Ronaldinho. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Lovely pass, but can he get there? That's a nicely shaped ball. He's found a way through, and the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
And he shoots! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Rodri, and that's been intercepted. Pelé, well timed, excellent interception. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, that's fabulous. Great ball, and he's in here. Ronaldinho. And here's the chance to counter. Oh, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Gerrard.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Pelé can so cleverly bypass the press. Now this could be a chance. He's got away. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. No, that's been intercepted. Gerrard. Palmeiras finding their passes. And it's Vieira. Pelé. Pull it. And he's picked out the run. Oh, what a ball! There's a no-nonsense tackle. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Now it's Pelé. And here's Ronaldinho. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Little pass back. It's Gerrard!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Well, that is one way to stop him. Pullet really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor. They'll want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Now it's Pullet. Thuram makes the interception. Gerrard. Oh, good spread. Nice defending, physical and effective. Now it's Dembele. Now it's Yamal. Yamal charging forward, the ball at his feet.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Oh, that's a key interception. Zola. Gerrard. Pass somewhat off target. And there's the end of the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Where do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
I have to say, I think it's a good performance, but it's clear that they need a little more energy and more precision up top. They proved they can create chances. Now they need to start putting them away. That's the next step.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. Whistle goes, and we start the second half. So the first half brought no goals. Now it's Yamal. He can run onto that. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Ronaldinho, well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Ronaldinho going face-to-face with his great rival. And he's had a hit! It's in!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
A truly super goal. What a spiky hit that was.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
So the first goal of the game.
And talk about the...
Oh, what has happened here? Tries to get it clear. Ronaldinho. Now it's Pelé. Zola will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Now it's Yamal. That ball looks a good one. He could be in here. Big he's had a shot! It's in! They're level in a trice!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Borussia Dortmund are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
That has certainly made things interesting.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Gerrard.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Zola was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And he's running through. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now it's Pelé. Ronaldinho. Has a look and plays it forward. And it's Gerrard. Ronaldinho. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Makalele did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Dembele. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case.
Zola really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now it's Yamal. Palmeiras needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Ronaldinho.
That was lovely, that.
Nice control. And he's there to retrieve it. Pele! Oh, should have put that away.
Pele has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
Maldini promptly onto that, and that is that. And it's Ronaldinho. Solar.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Pele. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Now it's Gerrard. And that's really well manoeuvred. And that's that. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Palmeiras can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up.